What's up, dudes? Max here, and coming very soon, as we all know, is the final American release of Super Smash Bros. On 3DS. Sadly, we do not have final confirmation yet about the release date in the US and Japan for the Wii-U version, but the 3DS version is just around the corner. If you guys hadn't checked out my review of the game already, I'd been playing the Japanese version over the past month or so, and it's definitely worth your time, especially if you're looking for that kind of like Smash Bros. Experience. The Wii U version's definitely going to be the better one for sure, but 3DS does a really good job, and surprisingly the online holds up very well. And that's what I wanted to talk about, is how this game is interconnected online. I think a lot of people are going to be buying Smash 3DS in the eShop, like specific web downloads, and that's how I did for the Japanese version. I didn't have to actually import it, I just bought the Japanese system and was able to download it off the Japanese eShop. I think that's really important for games like this one, especially the Wii U version, which I'll probably be doing the same thing, because you get the game immediately as it comes out and you just gotta wait the download time. But with that comes all the other possibilities that a game like Smash Bros. Can actually take advantage of. It's kinda crazy to think that Smash Bros. Now, just even though it's the 3DS version and the Wii U version is on the way, is going to be a game that for the first time is in HD. The Smash Bros. Series before was kinda limited to 480p on the Wii, and then lower resolutions on the previous titles, so it's the first time they even take advantage of like really proper widescreen and actual high-resolution graphics. Nintendo really did miss out a lot on the HD generation, and now they finally have entered it with the Wii U, but it's going to be really interesting to see that all the Smash things that were required before, especially for competitive play, like having old CRT TVs and stuff like that, isn't really necessary, and especially with the game being upgraded in this way, it can be upgraded in many other ways beyond the release, and you all already know what I'm talking about, and it's totally DLC. In my opinion, DLC can be handled really good or really bad. Kind of the worst example of this is things like Destiny that's recently popped up, or especially, Street Fighter Cross Tekken in the past, or any games that come with DLC initially built into the package, like kind of pre-packaged that they just want to get more money out of you for stuff that's already created, which is the worst way of doing it. DLC should be introduced and kind of like presented to its fan base after the game has shown a little bit of success, if they're planning content that's beyond what their initial run was. And the biggest issue with Smash is that it's missing some modes. It's kind of more bare bones than previous games, but I do think it's something that they can focus on a little bit later, because I do like getting games earlier than later, and if they want to present to us the package it is now, then that's fine. But there's some obvious DLC that I think Smash would absolutely benefit from. The biggest one being costumes. Alternate costumes in a Smash Bros. Game would be absolutely brilliant. Potentially that Bayonetta 2 thing that I was mentioning so long ago that I would hope would become reality, didn't become reality. I was disappointed, but it could become something that's DLC related in this game. I know a lot of people were looking at the Bayonetta 2 Direct and shouting things Smash in the chat, waiting for something to be a reality. But come on, like DLC for costumes of characters, it's not something that specifically makes you amazing at the game. It's a total fluff item, but like a Proto Man skin for Mega Man, adding different variations to the existing color set for other characters is something that I would absolutely spend like $5 on. And it's something that I don't think alienates people and just gives you more options for the game to look a little bit different, which is really damn cool. The other thing that I think is absolutely necessary as well is stages. If there's one thing that has taught me about the 3DS version of the game, the stages are kinda lacking. The Wii U version is gonna have a much bigger variety of stages, but oh my gosh, dude, I really want to see some classic stages return, especially those from Smash Bros. Melee and Smash 64. Even Brawl had some brilliant stages. Like, I love the Luigi's Mansion stage. It's just insanity. Sometimes, the usual For Glory stuff, which I play a lot of online, is cool, but it gets kind of old, and you do kind of want to mess around on some of the unique stages, even if it's with, one or two people. And it's something I'd love to see make a return. Project M was developed by fans of the Smash series. They made this game and they customized the Brawl engine and added a ton of stuff, like brilliant extra costumes for characters, things that would never have been added for the game initially, as well as a huge amount of stages from previous games. Dudes literally modeled those stages and created them just so we could have them in this game for free. Like, that's crazy to think that people were able to do that as a side project in Project M, and I can't see why they can't do something like that for Smash Wii U. It is the perfect platform, and it's a platform that's never existed for a Smash game before, to potentially add on, make adjustments, do balance changes, and things like that. And even though Sakurai is the one that said before that he's not a fan of DLC, and he wasn't planning on doing DLC a few months back, actually several months back, there has been several other Nintendo games, specifically Mario Kart 8 and Hyrule Warriors, that do have DLC planned in the future, and it's kind of stuff that we're expecting from Smash, like an extra car skin, an extra character or two, something that just makes an adjustment to how the game is played or the UI. That kind of stuff is absolutely perfect. Please, Nintendo, I'm not a person that just likes throwing money at people, but if you have something that's genuinely interesting, people will buy it, and it's not a bad thing to put DLC out there for a game. It really feels like you're supporting the game's life cycle a lot longer than its initial retail run, which is going to be absolutely amazing for the Smash series, in my opinion, if it does happen. What do you guys think about DLC for Smash games? Do you think it's something that's necessary? Would you like to see specific DLC of things they have not announced yet in the game? And if so, what would it be? As always, dudes, my name is Maximilian. Thank you very much for watching, and get ready, Smash is just around the corner.